And that is extremely common with the Hashimoto's condition. So is it related? Yes. I would say that Hashimoto's is considered probably the number 2 cause of constipation. Number 1 cause is chronic stress. And then after that, you can go into all of the things that occur. But Hashimoto's, from my understanding, goes at constipation in 2 different ways. The primary way that Hashimoto's causes constipation is it alters the physiology of your brain stem. And without getting too into the weeds, and we do functional neurology here as well as functional medicine, so they kind of go together: brain, functional neurology. So essentially, it alters the ability of your brain stem to dampen stress responses. In fact, it increases stress responses, which then can overwhelm relaxation responses. Relaxation responses are known as parasympathetic responses. So basically, if you're in a chronic fight response, let's put Hashimoto's over here for a second. If you're in a stress response, the number 1 cause of constipation, the stress response basically shuts down your relaxation response. When you're in fight flight, you're not supposed to be relaxed. It's a different chemistry. And the Hashimoto's does a similar thing to the parasympathetic relaxation response. You may or may not realize it, because a lot of you sit on the toilet thinking when you have to go to the bathroom, you go, and you're pushing and all that type of stuff, where just saying, if you were kind of relaxed, start doing some deep breathing, start meditating, whatever it is that you relax, you would find your bowels would move a lot easier, because it is a relaxation response. So essentially, it shuts down the vagus nerve, which allows that relaxation response in what's called your enteric nervous system. There's a separate nervous system. Some of you have heard the phrase, we have 2 brains. There's a second brain in the gut. That's what we're talking about. And that second brain is in the muscular lining of the gut that is right below where all the little digestive areas, villi, are. And then it gets tight. When the relaxation response is interfered with, the muscles become tight, and then they don't work. There's this part of the nervous system there called migrating motor system. And the migrating motor system helps you to migrate your feces out to the toilet, okay? So that kind of gets slowed down, paralyzed. And so that's really, there is a huge connection. Hashimoto's is called, some people call it Hashimoto's hypothyroid disease, because probably 75% of you have Hashimoto's hypothyroid, as opposed to the small percentage that are the thin Hashimoto's patient and the hypothyroid patient. Everything slows down. So Hashimoto's can cause your gallbladder to slow down, not pump as much. It can cause your pancreas to slow down. It can cause your stomach to slow down, not make as much hydrochloric acid. When you do that, you interfere with the whole digestive chain. Everything that is made to almost everything that's made to digest your food is affected by that. So that's kind of an indirect effect. And essentially, if you're not breaking down your food properly, if you're not breaking down the fats, if you're not breaking down the starches, you're kind of not going to go to the bathroom very well, because you're not going to digest your food, and then you're going to get a more difficult bolus to move through the enteric nervous system, through the intestines, okay? So it kind of has a twofold effect on constipation. One, a direct hit on the nervous system that causes the muscles not to move the feces through. It's called peristaltis, not to have peristaltis. And the other is a more indirect hit of it slows down several of the digestive organs, slows everything down, right? We put on weight, our hair starts falling out, we get tired, we get edema, we get bowel problems. And the number one bowel problem that we get from a hypothyroid and from Hashimoto's hypothyroid is constipation. So that's Hashimoto's and constipation. And I'll see you back tomorrow with another, I hope, interesting aspect of Hashimoto's.